All right, we're back.
Take
It
two.
in the sim. Take two with Tim
Right.
and Mike. Bronco time.
That's what you're into.
That's what I'm into, dude. I went to the game. It was awesome. Anyway, this isn't about the Broncos. This is about sim golf leagues and the Solo X Tour, dude.
Equally as popular are the Broncos in the NFL.
Probably more popular. We got a lot of guys
Yep.
in the league this year, about 60. But I think what we just want to go through real fast and, well, as fast as we can, and just go over the website and how to check pot games, your statistics, all that stuff. It's some pretty cool stuff going on this year. There's a little bit of a learning curve with the handicap system because it's a little bit different than last year. I'm not going to really touch on that, but if you do want to read on the handicaps, there is a rule sheet on the site. But why don't we just jump right in, Tim? I'll go over the Sim Golf Leagues, our website, and then you can touch on the like all the pot games and how you find that in real time. So
Fantastic.
here we go. We're sharing my screen. And this is the new website that we created in the off season, and it has our leagues right here. Solo X. Let's just go right in here. So it has everything that you need to know for the most part in here. It has the schedule. It's already made up, and then the Godfather right here. Obviously, you have to qualify for that. Maybe that's not obvious. And then you have the leaderboard. So when we close out the tournaments, you'll have real time standings here on where you sit against the field. And then in week three, after week three, the next week, we will have flights, and those will be retroactive to the first three tournaments. But those will all be by handicap. So I'm just trying to solidify everyone's handicaps before we draw the line. And then you'll just be in that, even if you end up going lower or higher than what you are. And let's go into the win. So you can click on this little guy, and it has its own page here. So there's real-time standings here. So you can see how everyone else is doing, net and gross. Obviously, this is more of a net weighted league. All the prizes for the most part are net, but there are some gross prizes. And you can also go into tee sheets. So before you tee off, you can double check what tee you're playing. There's some handicap information up here too. So for new players, and just overall handicap stuff for the people that really want to know it. It can get a little confusing, but we try to be as fair as possible. That's why we're kind of particular, and we do penalize some of the newer guys coming in. You know, if you're a 14 handicap and shoot like a 72, we're not going to let you blow out the field. So kind of a sorry not sorry thing. But once you get 6 tournament scores established with our association, then you basically don't have to worry about that anymore. So it's really just the first 3 weeks, and then that's done. But that's the tee sheets, and then the pot games is right here as well. And you might want to just double check that you're in the pot games. Everybody is listed that got in, and then the prize money. And then this will all be filled out tomorrow, and we'll send a little blurb out to who wins. And I think that's all I really have right there. But there's a way to check on these pot games. So we have the hole in one pot, skins, closest to the pin, net overall, and gross overall. And I think, Tim, why don't you take it from here and show people how to look at that stuff?
I was hoping you'd ask. Thank you for this opportunity,
You're
Mike.
you're welcome.
So you're just going to go to the Simulator Golf Tour.com website. You can just type in SGT Golf in Google. Should be the first option that pops up. Go to that top right icon, click it. Whoops. Go ahead and log in. You should already have a username, password. You need one to sign up for the league. So if you forgot your password, you can figure it out from there. Go ahead and click on clubs in the top right corner, and then go to Virtual Tee Golf. And here's all the tournaments that they have going on currently. Solo X, Big Dog, which is starting tomorrow, Amigo, which is starting next week. We're going to click on Solo X. That'll take us to all the tournaments within SoloX. So you have the Win, Tobacco Road. I'll go ahead and click on Tobacco Road as an example. The first thing that pops up is going to be a gross leaderboard. Like Mike said earlier, net is primarily what we deal with. So you're going to click on net, which is right next to gross on the right-hand side of the screen. And this is will be more applicable to, is that did I just say a word?
I wasn't listening.
Yeah. Yeah, here's where you see the net scores. Now, if you really want to dive into some stuff, if you click just to the right of the leaderboard, the statistics tabs, you can kind of nerd out on stats, see who's hitting bombs, see who's making putts, greens and regulation. There's a lot of stuff that SGT keeps track of during your individual rounds that you play. CTP for the pot games, you can see who's closest to the pin. For the pot games, if you haven't paid in, so for instance, I don't know if this is true. If let's say Sean 31 is not in the pot games, if P Sylvie is, P Sylvie will take the close to the pin on that hole if Sean is not playing. So you can see for the first two, or for round one and round two, you'll see the closest to the pins for every par three. And then next tab is going to be skins. And once again, there is a gross and net skins. Gross doesn't mean anything for us, so you're going to click on net, and you can see who's winning net skins. And once again, not all these players had paid into the pot. So there's not going to be 10 skins out there. There might be 4, 5. But yeah, there's just some cool things to see in SGT. Keep track of. You can look at other people's scorecards, see what they shot. Yeah, just another thing to look at if you want to.
One other tidbit that I like to look at sometimes is if you click on the scorecard there from someone.
Let's go, Brett.
Okay. You can actually look at your statistics and shot data personally. So if you want to look at like how far you're hitting the stuff and like all that stuff, I think that's could be helpful for some people. That want to just check out their own stats.
Yeah, like Brett hits bombs, and then Brett also makes double eagles.
He made a double eagle. I talked to him. I talked to the little guy about it. He loved it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he did. Yeah, hole 11, 317-yard drive, 103-yard hole out. Easy game.
Yeah, I like it. Couple other real quick items. Tee boxes. So on the tee sheet, we typically will have 3 tee boxes that we're playing from. I will default everybody into a particular tee box. There are some gentlemen that are older that don't want to play a particular tee box. They want to play the up tee boxes. I'm totally fine with that. So if you decide that you want to play the back, middle, or front tee box, just let me know. I will put you in there for the rest of the season. It's not a tournament by tournament thing. It is a one-time deal. Most people, I would say, fall into the tee box that I default them at, but some of the guys, like even with the black tee boxes, those get kind of far. So if you don't want to play that, if you're in the first flight and I have you defaulted at black tee boxes, you could certainly do the middle tee boxes. So completely up to you. If you want to play with someone else, that's perfectly fine. Just got to make sure that everything is in there correctly. And you can't play different rounds. So if Tim is playing round 2 at the Win and I'm playing round 1, you can't play at the same time. There's different settings, different wins, conditions, and stuff like that. So whoever sets it up, if Tim were to set it up, I would actually be playing round 2 instead of round 1. And everybody is auto-registered into the tournament. So you don't need to, you will automatically see that tournament when it pops up. And it's usually Tuesday, before the evening time. I'll try to get those out sooner. And then we're going to have a hard cutoff at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, PM, on Mondays. So hopefully we can get this stuff wrapped up, get everything out Tuesday, pay everyone. And so we're on to the next tournament. It just makes it a little bit more difficult when we leave it open-ended. So I'm just going to end it 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I think that's all I have, Tim. I don't know if we were faster in the first take, but
Felt like
I
it.
sure hope so. But it's good to see
Felt
you
like we're
again, buddy. I'm
flying.
glad you're back. We're back together, dude.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
All right, until next time.
All right. Bye bye.